Welcome there everyone. So I have these two 6S lipos, 1350 milliamp hour from GNB. I was planning to use these for my X-Class drone and trying to combine them as a 6S with more capacity for the milliamp hour. And I was just building a connector for this, so I thought, why don't I make a video about it? Okay, so a brief explanation about combining these two lipos would be parallel versus series. And what I'm talking about is that if I'm gonna combine two lipos, I'm just gonna draw 4 lipos here, and of course the positive and negative ends for one lipo. And let's just say that this is a 6S pack, which is about 1350 as the lipos that I have, and so each of these will represent 6 aspects of 1350 lipos. So what we're gonna do is, for parallel, the positive and positive are going to be joined up together, and the negative and negative will be joined up together in this sense, and this would be a parallel connection. So this is the positive and this is the negative. So what you get is a 6S lipo with 2700 milliamp hour, as compared to the series connection, where what you have is the positive connects to the negative, and you have one positive wire and one negative wire, and this connection would be called series, and this would actually create a 12S lipo with 1350 milliamp hour. So difference between parallel and series. Alright, so this is the XT60 that I'm going to be using, and I've stuck them together with a double-side tape, and we're gonna solder this up and create a small adapter of our own. Right, so I'm gonna do a very short connection here so as to prevent a lot of flexing. So I'm gonna solder up all the positive on this end and all the negative on the bottom end. I've already soldered up all the negatives, and it's gonna look like this. And we're gonna solder up the positive ends over here, and just make sure that the positive and negative are not touching each other. Just do it as clean as you can. So do remember to put a lot of flux when you are doing this on your own, and add a little bit more solder here. And so once you have that connector, just check that there's no drips or any loose piece of solder that's touching each other, especially the negatives and positive. So all the positives should be connected and all the negatives should be connected. So once that is done, I just add in a little bit of heat shrink and cover up all the blank spaces to make a very nice looking connector, and there you go. Right, so the connector is pretty solid and it's not flexing or anything like that. This is almost similar to the PH 2.0 connectors that you use for tiny whoops and micros. In this sense, if you want a 2S tiny whoop or a 2S micro with the PH 2.0 connector, what you'll do is you'll connect it in series like this, and this one connects to the flight controller itself, and you are able to use two 1S lipos for your tiny whoop. So it follows the same principle, and basically that's that. So I'll be using this connector for the two 6S batteries for my X-Class drone. Alright, so if you're liking this video, do like and subscribe, and of course, thank you all for watching, and see you guys again soon. Ciao.